right. Turn the flashlight down there, will you, Ruth? That never...
Inner Sanctum Mysteries, starring Ann Seymour and Myron McCormick. Brought to you by the makers of Carter's Little Liver Pills, the best friend to your sunny disposition. Good evening, friends. Welcome. Welcome to the Inner Sanctum. This is Raymond, your host, teller of strange tales. Come in, if you dare. Now, before we begin, a word to those of you who don't frighten easily. It'll be no disgrace if before we're finished you find yourself trembling against your will. Inner Sanctum Mysteries takes great pleasure in presenting two of America's best-known and best-loved radio artists, Miss Ann Seymour and Mr. Myron McCormick. Tonight, these two favorites of the air lanes co-star in The Man from Yesterday, an original radio mystery drama by Milton Geiger, brought to you by the makers of Carter's Little Liver Pills, the laxative with the two-way action. For over 60 years, everybody has known that the name Carter's Little Liver Pills means gentle and efficient help whenever a laxative is needed. Yes, and they know, too, that Carter's Little Liver Pills bring added relief by waking up the flow of a very important digestive juice. So take advantage of this two-way action and ask for Carter's Little Liver Pills. Do you like to have your hair stand on end? You like to feel your blood run cold? Of course you do. Come along with me, then, to the jungle. Still and hot, weirdly yellow in the strange light of the tropic moon. In a clearing, the African natives of Dr. Robert Rand's museum party sway to the slow throb of their drums. A few hundred yards off in the thick bush, a monstrous humpbacked shape drops silently from the trees, moves swiftly across the shadowed jungle floor. Suddenly, the earth gives way under the dark, crouching monster's feet. He struggles wildly a moment and falls, disappearing into the earth.
Wanaran, quick, come quick. Ngage, come quick. Eh? What's up, Sangala?
Is something wrong, Sangala?
Wana, you come fast. Bring big gun. Oh, what is it? Ngage. Gorilla? Where? Old man gorilla. He fallen trap.
Well, you shouldn't go, Bob. You're fever.
Where is he? Where is the gorilla? Sangala, show you. Bring big gun. You follow me.
Can you see him down there, Bob?
Can I see? What a fellow. What a prize he'd be for Professor Converse at the museum. A full-grown gorilla. Ruth, we've got to get this fellow home, alive.
Oh, Bob, it's dangerous. You're ill. Must you?
Converse would never forgive me if I didn't.
Bob,
What is it?
the gorilla hasn't made a sound for some time now.
That's right. Turn the flashlight down there, will you, Ruth? That's very strange.
Is he hurt?
No. But look at him. See how he stares up at me.
Yes. And such steady, knowing, intelligent eyes. Almost human.
Yes. Gazing so steadily into my own. Unflinching. Unafraid. And puzzled. As though he's seen me before. As though he recognizes me. Is trying to remember me from somewhere. Sometime. Easy, man. All the way.
Ah, it's exciting, isn't it?
Nerve-wracking, moving a great ape from where he obviously belongs to where he obviously doesn't. All right, hold it, man. Keep the cage from swinging as it comes down to deck level. All right. Roll away. Easy there now. All right. Good. That does it, man. Now cast away the lowering chains and begin closing the hatch. You're right up.
I'm tired, Bob.
A little. But it's a relief to have Ngaji safely stowed away down here.
Ngaji. It's a musical name, isn't it?
Means gorilla. Well, nothing to do but keep him safe in his cage, keep him from catching cold, and feed him wild carrots and parsley. If it were for anyone but Professor Converse, I'd chuck it all right now. Sorry I started it. I don't like him, Ngaji.
Oh, he's a gentleman and a scholar.
Don't talk playful nonsense about him, Ruth. He's a killer.
He is not. I happen to know.
What do you mean you happen to know? Have you been around his cage again lately?
Well, I've been teaching him a few simple tricks, if that's what you mean.
What do you call a simple trick?
Well, for example, shaking hands with a lady.
Ruth, you haven't.
I have, and is my arm torn from its socket? It is not.
Ruth, don't you understand? You can't make friends with a gorilla. You can't compromise with the jungle. Ngaji is clever and he's dangerous. He'll watch with those beady little eyes of his. He'll wait with that tricky little brain of his. Until his time comes. Now, don't give him his chance, Ruth.
Oh, you're not well, Bob. Until you magnify the dangers and the menace of the jungle and all that bookish stuff. All out of proportion to... Well, what's the matter?
Look at him. He's been watching me all the time. You see how he stares at me? Never batting an eye. Never moving a hair. Watching me. Matching my gaze, stare for stare.
Oh, come out of it, Bob.
Been like this from the moment we captured him. Ruth, that abysmal brute knows something.
Darling, this stuffy ship's hold is getting you. Let's go and feed some quinine, huh?
Very well.
What'll I do with Ngaji back home?
That's Professor Converse's problem, and he's welcome. Up the ladder with you. All right, men. Batten her down.
Bye-bye, Ngaji. So long, old man. Be good.
Hey, from before. When? Where? Hey! I am Ngaji, King of the Jungle!
No, Ngaji. The other hand. That's it. That's it. Good fellow. Now, the other hand. Take my left hand now. The left. That's it. Oh, careful now. Don't squeeze so hard. Hey, Butch, take it easy. No. Mustn't pull. Stop pulling, do you hear? Ngaji. That's better. Now let go of the lady's hand. That's it. Now then, how about some exercise? Think you could walk around the hold here with a distinguished dame on your arm? Yeah, let's see how this chain and iron pin work on this door. They think you can't be trained, but I know you can. Oh, this is easy. Oh, have this iron pin up in just a minute. Just be patient, old fellow. Oh, here it comes. Oh. Well, better luck next time.
You down there, Ruth?
Tell me, Bob. We're just having a word with Ngaji.
Well, hurry. We've got little old New York on our horizon, and I'm quite glad. That's very kind of you, Professor Converse, putting Ruth and me up at the museum like this.
Not at all. It's an empty room. Besides, I want to keep an eye on that fever of yours because you won't.
Well, nevertheless, Professor, we won't impose on your hospitality a moment more than it takes us to get settled again here in America.
Yeah. Here's another door. After you, Rand.
Thank you.
This old wing is out of use, but it still has electricity. And what's more important, heat. So the zoo can build proper quarters for Ngaji. We'd better keep him in here where the temperature is even.
I've been thinking, Professor. These oak doors wouldn't be any problem at all to Ngaji if he happened to get on the loose.
True, true. The door closing off this old wing from the new building is really made of iron.
I see.
So, unless your gorilla is of the armor-piercing variety, pretty safe. Here's next to the last door. This used to be our dinosaur room.
A huge room.
Well, here we are. Royal Suite itself.
Ruth, what are you doing in here?
I'm talking to Ngaji. Hello, Professor.
I shouldn't become too familiar with Ngaji, Mrs. Rand.
Oh, he's quite gentle. You know what he does now? He takes the rings off my fingers and then gives them back.
Takes the rings off your fingers. Ruth, come on, let's get out of here.
All right. You're rougher than a 500-pound ape. He's a real gentleman.
Look at him. Look how he presses his face between the bars. To get a closer look at me. It's been like that. By George, I'll give him a good look at
Don't
me.
get too close, Rand. Now, careful.
Well, he doesn't know you well, Bob. Bob.
There, you ugly brute. Take a look. Take a good long look. Well, what do you see? All right, he missed me.
Could have shattered your skull with that blow, Rand.
But it's only because he doesn't know you, Bob.
He does know me. He looked into my face. And he saw something. What did he see?
What do you think he saw? Well, I'm no fortune teller. I'm only Raymond, your host here in the Inner Sanctum. But I can tell you he must have seen something. But what was it? That's the big question. Yes, and when that logy, dull, sluggish feeling tells us that a laxative may be needed, the big question is, what laxative will do you the most good? Lots of folks have answered the question successfully by taking Carter's Little Liver Pills. Why? Because Carter's Little Liver Pills offer help in these two effective ways. One, they help relieve irregularity in an efficient, thorough, yet gentle manner. Two, usually within a half hour after taking them, Carter's Little Liver Pills wake up the flow of a very important digestive juice. It's this vital juice that helps tone up a lazy, sluggish digestive system so that folks can lose their grouts and feel better. You better keep that in mind, friends. And next time, remember Carter's Little Liver Pills. The laxative that helps in more ways than one. All right. Do you still want to know what the man from yesterday saw when he looked into Rand's face? You'll be sorry, but you asked for it. So let's go into Ngaji's cage with him now, as he listens to a strange, mysterious voice.
Ngaji, Lord of the Jungle, do you hear me? Do you hear Ngaji? Do you hear the jungle speak?
Ngaji. I am Ngaji.
I am the jungle.
Jungle.
You looked into the man-creature's pale eyes. Do you remember now? Do you remember that other Ngaji 1,000 million moons ago, before the pale man-creature walked the earth?
Man. Small. Wait.
Do you remember Ngaji?
Remember.
You fought with him in the jungle, fought for the beautiful she. He conquered. How you hated him. He was mighty, and he was different from the others. When the others swept through the trees, that other one ran, swift as the wind, on the ground. Remember.
Remember.
You fought, and you died. That other one who was different stood triumphant in the clearing, his neck half bitten through, victorious. He who would one day be a man.
Man.
Your conqueror then, your captor now.
Hate, man.
Where is your strength, O Ingaji? That this same other one conquers you again, as he did 1,000,000,000 moons ago.
I am strong. I am Ingaji.
Yet, the weak one wins. Here.
Yes.
Here.
Yes.
Here.
Yes.
Here.
Yes. Yes. Yes.
Come in, Rand. Come in.
Good evening, Professor. So you know it was me.
Of course. Well,
That's exactly why I'm here, Professor. Getting to be a habit around here. There's a knocking. It must be that feverish fool Rand.
come now. We want you here.
Such a thing as wearing out your welcome.
You paid 1,000 times by bringing us back that magnificent gorilla.
I don't consider that adequate compensation. Professor, I might as well tell you. I'm sorry I ever blundered over the brute.
He was getting you again. Go to bed and take
No,
some...
no. I'm afraid of him, Gadget. Not in the physical sense. I could cope with his power, his force. But he's changed. I can't cope with what he's become. It infuriates and humiliates me that gorilla has something on me. Has me at some disadvantage that I don't understand. It's gotten under my skin. You remember when he struck at me 3 weeks ago?
Do I remember? Of course I do.
He changed after that. When he looks at me now, he isn't puzzled. He isn't searching his memory for some clue to me anymore. He knows. He knows who I am and what I mean to him. Whatever it is, he hates me. Hates me with a dreadful, consuming energy.
I don't question that, Rand. Plain enough.
Yeah, do you hear? He never had those tempers. Now something is tormenting him into a frenzy of hatred and defiance. Something in that secret brain of his.
You'd better calm him down before he dashes out that secret brain of his. Come on, Rand. We'll talk later. Who did you say was afraid of whom?
He's quiet, yes. But look at those eyes. Where have you seen such hatred?
Or such tremendous living power?
Yes. You've got to admire it at first. You almost think for a moment that he represents the super race. That big, black-haired, purebred gorillas are the dominating people. And on the basis of sheer power, with a certain amount of intelligence and ruthlessness, you think he ought to rule. Then you stop to think. You remember. Yes, he's pure black gorilla and powerful. But after all, he's just a gorilla.
Oh, I thought I heard him judge. He's fighting in here.
Well, you did. Your precious beast was having a tantrum. You catch cold running about barefooted like that, and that wouldn't do. Because Engadji might catch it from you, and that would be the end of Engadji. On second thought, perhaps you'd better run around barefooted.
But, Bob, he's worth a fortune.
Well, so are you. Now run along back to bed. Professor Converse and I have a chess game to play. Hey, Professor?
Ngaji. Hi, old fella. I brought you bananas. Here. No, I haven't got any more. What? Oh, my hand. Which one? This? Oh, the left. Sure, pal. Take it easy, though. It breaks. That's a good boy. Oh, no. Come on, Ngaji. Give me back the rings. Come on. Hand over the jewels. I'll pick them up, Ngaji. Ngaji! All right. Get them myself. But you won't hear the end of it. I'll show you. You've eaten your last banana for a month, and don't you forget it. Ngaji! What's the matter? Why don't you know me? Ngaji, stay back! Stay back!
Your move, Professor. Hey, Scott, it's Bruce. There's a light in the wing. Look. He's loose. Bruce. Wait a minute, Vance. Here. Take my revolver. I'll come along. Never mind. Stay here. Call for help. I can't hold him with just a revolver. Hurry!
Bob, help me, Bob! Help me!
Bruce, what happened? Are you hurt?
That's my eyesight. And I lost the cage. He broke the door.
darling, that's all right.
I could just get in here and bar the door before he realized he was free.
Can you walk, darling?
No, I ran to the door, but I hit my foot right. I can't stand, Bob.
Put your arm around that shoulder. Hurry. He's breaking through.
I let him escape. I let him.
That's it, darling. Now hold tight.
For you yourself, you can't carry me too, Bob.
Hobble on one foot now. Up.
Oh.
Come on now. All right, darling. Quick. The next room. Quick, in here. Now, the next room. We've got to hold him off. Blow him up. Come on, Ruth. Hurry, darling.
I can't. I'm holding you back. Oh, leave me. Leave me with a gun. I can shoot. Please. Please. No.
In here. Outside him. I got him. Quick now before he recovers.
Bob, you can't go on with me.
Just one more door. The last door. All right. Can't smash iron. Keep moving. Try to help him. Can you?
I'm trying.
A little further. Just a little further. Here.
Oh, Bob. What's the matter?
Lock. From outside, it's automatic.
Bob, but the professor.
I don't know. He's gone for help.
Oh.
Steady, girl. Steady. Steady.
The lights have hit the fuse box. We shot out the lights.
Listen.
Got a shot in my face. He did.
Quiet. No. He's alive. He's stalking us in the dark.
How many bullets?
3.
Bob, one more thing, Goddamn. It don't kill him.
Quiet. This way. Keep moving.
Now, Bob. He's against the window. Bob, the moon. The moon's coming out. Find it.
We'll see him, too. And I've got 2 shots left. Perhaps.
The moon. He sees us.
Friend, where are you? Friend! Why'd you light over here, Professor? Friend.
Oh, thank heaven. You all right? Did you? Oh, my God. You did.
Point blank range. My last 2 shots. Yes.
Truth?
She's a broken ankle. She fainted. She'll be all right, though. Oh. Well, Professor?
That's the end of Poringachi, eh?
Is it, Professor?
You're certainly dead.
Again.
Again?
Have you ever had the feeling that something that has just happened before, somewhere, a long time ago?
A very familiar psychological phenomenon. What about it?
I feel that all this has happened before.
When?
And that it will happen again. I only wonder when. And where. And who will be the victor. Then.
Yeah, let me look at you. Oh, yes. You're hurt. There are the marks of teeth on your neck.
An unusual birthmark. It's occurred in my family for generations. Shows up when we become excited. Is it strange, Professor?
All right, friends. You can come out from under your table. Everything's all right now. Ngaji is dead, and we're safe for another 10,000 years. Good. Oh, Mr. Hurley, Ngaji was only imaginary, so don't let him worry you.
Oh, you're right, Raymond. Especially when real things can be so much more troublesome.
You mean things like an irritable, sour, out-of-sorts feeling that so often warns us a laxative is needed?
Yes, and that's why folks have been taking Carter's Little Liver Pills for years. They know the name stands for dependable, gentle relief. Yes, and besides, folks know that usually within a half hour, Carter's Little Liver Pills will wake up the flow of a very essential digestive juice. This juice is all important to normal, proper digestion. So why don't you take advantage of this time-tested two-way action and ask for Carter's Little Liver Pills?
Well, friends, it's time to close that screeching door to the Inner Sanctum until the same time next week. Invite all your friends to be here with you. It'll give you courage. There's safety in numbers. Well, next week, our ghost artist, pardon me, guest artist, comes with the highest credentials. He was on the horror roll at Spirit School. Fine student. And for anyone who'd like a snap course in exciting mystery reading, let me suggest this month's Inner Sanctum novel, The Murder of a Novelist, by Sally Wood. On sale at your favorite bookstore. Friends, here's an urgent, serious thought. Remember the Red Cross. It needs your help now more than ever. And also remember you are giving both for Christmas and for America. And your presents are United States defense bonds and stamps. Buy all you can afford today. Well, good night. Pleasant dreams, huh?
Attention, armchair detectives. One way to solve a puzzling case is to keep your eyes and ears open. What valuable tip would you get from this conversation?
I ought to have been home 2 hours ago.
Gotta get this order out, Tom. It's important.
But I've stayed 3 nights this week.
Well, so's everyone else. Come on, Tom. These days, grout things out.
But you fellas don't feel as punk and low down and out of sorts as I have lately.
I can't afford to. There's too much work to be done. So when you get the feeling slowed up and sluggish, why not do something about it?
Yeah? What do you suggest?
Try Carter's Little Liver Pills.
Right. And when you don't feel good, try Carter's Little Liver Pills. They do the work of calomel, but of no calomel in them. For they are simple pills made of vegetable drugs. They wake up the flow of one of our most vital digestive juices. When this vital juice flows at the rate of about 2 pints a day, it helps to digest our food and bring back the glorious feeling that goes with regularity. Then most folks feel like happy days are here again. But be sure you get the genuine Carter's Little Liver Pills. 25 cents at all drugstores.
This is the National Broadcasting Company.
Following Japan's declaration of war on the United States, Hawaii has been under 2 air attacks today. More than 10 persons were wounded when enemy planes machine-gunned a town near Honolulu, according to a Reuters dispatch. And General Douglas MacArthur has ordered all women and children in Manila to evacuate the seacoast and move to areas inland. The Dutch East Indies has just declared war on Japan, and Costa Rica in South America has also declared war. Keep tuned to this station for further developments.
Inner Sanctum Mystery, brought to you by the makers of Carter's Little Liver Pills, the best friend to your sunny disposition.
Good evening, friends. This is Raymond, your host, welcoming you again to the Inner Sanctum. Come in, won't you? Why am I smiling? Oh, but I always smile when I open the creaking door on Sunday night. You see, each week when I say good evening, I think to myself, good evening for what? And of course, there's only one answer to that question. A good evening for a murder.
Tonight, Inner Sanctum Mysteries brings you The Island of Death, an original radio mystery drama written by Robert Newman and presented for your entertainment by the makers of Carter's Little Liver Pills. Friends, a pleasant disposition shouldn't be just a once-in-a-while affair. It ought to be a regular thing. See if you can't make it regular by encouraging regularity with Carter's Little Liver Pills. Let them wake up the flow of one of your most vital digestive juices and prove to yourself that Carter's Little Liver Pills are the best friend to your sunny disposition.
Now I think we're ready to begin. Ready to begin as strange and terrible a tale as ever turned a man's hair gray overnight. A tale of voodoo, conjuring, black magic. Oh, now you're smiling. You don't believe in voodoo, huh? Good. Now turn down the lights, pull your chair up close, and listen to the story of the Island of Death. Come with me to the Dark Island, the secret magic island, Haiti. It is night. A fierce tropical storm is raging. The car drives slowly down the road with a cane field on one side of it, a jungle on the other.
Now which way?
I don't know, Jim.
Last Brandon. Why did he let us go off alone? How are we going to get back there?
But he told us not to go off alone, John. John, look,
Where?
ahead there. That old native walking up the road. Oh, maybe he can...
Yeah. Hey, you. Hey! Now, what's the matter with you? Is he deaf? Well, you keep blowing the horn while I put my coat on and go after him, Muriel.
All right, John. There's something wrong with it.
Hey.
It doesn't work.
Well, it was working just a minute ago. Now, what's the name of...
Something, monsieur.
So you did hear me. Why didn't you come when I called you?
I am not in the habit of coming when I'm called that way, monsieur. Besides, though I am an old man, my ears are very sensitive. The noise of your horn pained me. That's why I stopped it.
You stopped it. Why, you... Well, okay. We're looking for the plantation St. Jack. Are we on the right road?
You are on the right road for many things, Monsieur Cole.
Right. How did you know my name?
It was told me.
Oh. Well, how do we get there?
If you go down this road 1 mile, you'll see it on your right. And when you get there, well, perhaps we will meet again.
If we do, I'll... Hey, where did he go to?
Oh, I don't know. It just disappeared.
Step back off the road into the jungle. Well, at least we know where we are now.
Yes. John,
Hey,
do you suppose he was a papaloy, a witch doctor?
what on earth makes you think that?
I don't know. The way he looked and talked. And after all, the horn did stop working.
Coach? That you, Coach?
No, Alan.
Muriel. All right. Sorry, Mrs. Coach.
Alan, we have to make things even more difficult than they are already.
Would it make things any easier if I pretended that we were just old friends?
It didn't matter to me that you'd married him instead of me.
No, Alan, I guess not.
I'm sorry, Muriel. I didn't. Hello, Alan. Order me a drink, will you? Of course. Yeah, thanks, Mr. Cook.
Yes, Monsieur Randall. What?
Did you find out what was wrong with the horn?
Yeah, one of the wires had come loose. Met an old native on the road, and Muriel's convinced that he was a witch doctor.
But it's just that he was so strange, and, well, even though I know that there are no such things.
What we know or believe isn't terribly important. What is important is what the natives believe. They don't like being laughed at. You mean they really still believe in voodoo, stuff like that? Well,
Your drinks, Monsieur.
up here. Do you believe in voodoo?
But not really, Monsieur.
Oh, this is funny. This is really funny. Hey, what's that?
Nothing, Monsieur. Just the steel hands doing the Congo.
Oh. Well, they can't have done a hard day's work if they've got enough energy to dance at night. I think maybe I'll go down there.
Oh, no, Monsieur. No.
What do you mean I must not?
I am sorry, Monsieur. I just meant, well, if you were interested in voodoo conjuring, perhaps I could show you some.
You, Pierre?
Oh, I'm no papalois, Monsieur Bandot. I have some skill with the knuckle bone, telling horses. And if Monsieur Coates would like...
No, why not? Go ahead, Pierre.
Very well, Monsieur. There. An arrow 9 times. That means unhappiness.
For whom?
I see a city far away from here. I see 2 men, both in love with the same woman.
Yeah, easy, Alan. Let him finish. Go on, Pierre.
One of the men is rich, powerful. The other is not. The one who is rich has his rival sent away, and in his absence marries the girl. She knows she is making a mistake.
Oh, she does she? Why, you insolent.
Tom,
That's you, Coach. How dare you hit him for 2 cents?
All right, Mr. Bandon. You did not hurt me.
Oh? Well, I haven't even started yet. You're fired. Just a second, Coach. Oh, Brandon. I had a hunch you weren't getting as much as you could out of the natives, that you were too soft with them. Now I know it. You're fired, too.
John, so that's why you insisted I come down here with you.
Of course. Don't you think I know that you're still in love with him? Okay, Coach, you asked for it, and I'm... Oh, no, you're not, Alan. I've got a gun here. Now, you stay where you are. I'm going down to the field hand hut and really show them who's boss.
Alan. Oh, Alan.
It's all right, Fiona. Being fired doesn't bother me. But the other thing... It's true.
But it's really you are love. Made you even pass.
Monsieur Bandon, excuse me, but I think you should know. Gums, it is not the Dos Congo. It is the service people. Marron is down with the bill.
What?
Who is T. Mahone?
He's the most famous witch doctor on the island. John may be a swine, but he can with him. Listen, Muriel, you stay here with Pierre. I'm going after John. Where are you? Oh, yes, I'm looking for a man named Cimarron. You are Cimarron, aren't you?
I am.
Another white man came down here a few minutes ago, Cimarron. You know where he is?
Yes, Mister. He said he would pay well to see some voodoo. He said this petrol. He's in the Hunpur, the temple.
What? There's no temple here in the village.
There is not. Come with me into this hut. That iron ring there, lift it up.
The trap door.
Now down the steps. Here is the Hunpur. There is open.
Coach. John. What do you want, Alan? Got to get out of here right away. That's exactly what I've been looking for. The place where they hold their spookaroo. Listen, John, I never did like you much, and I shouldn't really care what happens to you, but the white-haired native that brought me in here. You know who he is? Sure. The old coot I met on the road earlier this evening. He happens to be Cimarron, the most powerful papaloy in Haiti. Yeah?
Well, when I get finished with him, he won't show his face around this plantation again in a hurry. But
We are ready to begin. White man, I warn you. Neither Yango himself will be here. There is no telling what shape he will take. Whose body he will follow.
never mind the warning. Go ahead.
Very well. Happy, Papa, John. From on high, the little air, from the jungles of the night, come, Ida, come, see the body, loose its soul, point its feet this way, and come, Ida, come, come, there. He has taken the body. He's coming. Quick, Patty. The war water. Sprinkle it on the ground in front of the altar.
Hey, what is this all about? What do they think they're doing?
The bells. The bells of death. He's coming. Ida comes.
Listen, you hear them? Something is coming. What do you mean, something? Listen, Julius. You see who or what it is? No, not yet. He died. There. Holy smoke. There. They're white.
Ida Nyango is coming. Down.
A woman. A white woman. Walking as if she was asleep or in a trance. As soon as she gets to the altar, we'll be able to see. Oh! Great Scott. It's Miller.
Oh. And Coates insisted there was no such thing as voodoo. Dared the witch doctor to invoke the god Yiran Nyango. And when the god did appear, he found he'd taken possession of the body of his wife. Very unusual. But not any more annoying than when a simple thing like a mean, sulky, gloomy disposition takes possession of us. Oftentimes irregularity is entirely to blame. So the sensible thing to do is get right after it with Carter's little Liverpool. Now, don't let the gloom of irregularity hold you back, keep you from enjoying life and getting ahead in the world. Wake up the flow of one of your most vital digestive juices with Carter's little liver pills. Let them help you to feel up and at and bubbling with enthusiasm and alive with the glorious feeling that goes with regularity. Just give Carter's little liver pills a trial. And I think you'll agree that Carter's little liver pills can really be the best friend to your sunny disposition. All right. Do you still think voodoo is all nonsense? Oh, you're not so sure now. But you still want me to go on with our story. Very well. Just a moment later now. Ellen Brandon and John Coates are still sitting in the subterranean temple, transfixed with horror.
Muriel. But we left her up at the house. It can't be. But it is. She's in some kind of a trance. Blast that witch doctor. I'm going to... Stop, you fool. Anything now that can say what would happen to her.
Wait a minute. We've called you again.
Look, they're all kneeling. Bowing to her.
You're nobody. With the power we've given you, bless us, Leader. By night and by day, through the 4 seasons, as the green things grow, watch over us, oh, Leader, and bless us.
Look, she's raising her hands. She's blessing them.
And now, the image, the goat without horns, take it in your hand, Leader. Breathe your spirit into it.
Look, that image. She's picking it up. Putting it to her lips. Oh, you black devil, I'll teach you. You idiot, what have you done? What I should have done before inside here. Put her on the couch. Yeah, she's still unconscious. Her pulse is pretty weak. Here, some brandy, hurry. Why did they let us go like that? Not even try and stop us. All of them just sitting there, staring. I don't know, but I'd have been happier if you are, monsieur.
What happened to Madame?
That blasted witch doctor, Timaron, some kind of a ceremony with a ghost.
The blessing of the ghost without horns.
He must have hypnotized her or something like that. But he won't try any more of his voodoo tricks on her or anybody else. I killed him.
Killed him? Killed Timaron?
Yeah. Yeah, hold her head, Brandywine. I'll give her some of this brandy.
Brandy. I am afraid that will not help, monsieur. You do not give brandy to someone who is dead.
Dead? What are you talking about?
Her heart is still beating, yes. But she is not really alive. You see, her soul left her body when Timaron called to her. When you killed him, it could not find its way back. It is out there. So, now, wandering around, lost in the night.
Why, you, John, haven't you done enough harm already? Well, we've got to get a doctor for her. Right away.
Yes, monsieur. For if her soul does not find its way back soon, it will never come back. But there is no white doctor that can help her.
Will you shut up? Where's the nearest one, Alan? Dr. Grosskin, about 9 miles up the road. I'll show you the way. All right, well, come on. You stay here and watch up here. And if anything happens to her...
Yes, monsieur. I will stay.
Are you coming, John? Hurry up. Yes, all right. This old is gone, wandering around somewhere in the night. She's fainted, that's all. Maybe it's a fever and she's out of her head. Well, which way? Shortest way is that way there. You mean through the jungle? But it's dark. We won't be able to see her. Listen, Coach. You may not know it, you may not care, but Muriel's life is in danger. I'm not sure a doctor can help her. But I'm going to get one if I have to crawl on my hands and knees. Alan. Wait. How much further? Are we going to have to go? I don't know. Can't be much further. Yeah. That's what you've been saying for the last hour. We're lost. That's what we are. Lost somewhere here in the jungle. Listen. Go. Yeah. And I don't care what you do. But I've had enough of this. I'm going that way. Oh, no, wait. Come here. Don't you realize that... Alan, look. Hot. A fire. We're out of the jungle. Safe. It's a village. Oh, Code. Not a village. The village. The native quarter of the plantation. Huh? What do you mean? I mean, we've been walking in a circle and we're back where we started from. Why? Well, it's impossible.
No, monsieur. It's not impossible. It is true.
Pierre. What are you doing here?
I knew this is where you would end up, so I came down here to wait for you.
It's a trick, that's what it is. You did this, the two of you.
No, monsieur. It was not us. It was he, Timaron.
But he's dead.
Yes, monsieur. He's dead. But come over here.
Timaron. Lying in state.
Yes, monsieur. And there in his right hand, an egg. It is the fast catch conjure. Monsieur Coates, your life is in that egg. And as long as he holds it, you can never leave here.
Never leave. I've got to. I can't stand anymore. Ever since I shot him, those drums and the jungle surrounding us, waiting. Now listen, Pierre. I don't care what it costs. I don't even care about Muriel. But I gotta get away from here.
Oh, but that is very easy, monsieur. The egg. If you will take the egg from Timaron's fingers, smash it,
you will be able to go.
Take it? But that means that I'd have to touch him, and well, all right. I'll do it. He's holding it so tightly, it's almost as if... There. Ah. Here it is.
Drop it.
Take it. There. Now, can I go?
In just a moment, monsieur.
But you said that
Yes, monsieur. But I will not advise you to move at just this moment. Turn around. Slowly.
Snake. Bushman. Deadliest snake there is.
Not just a bushman. It is Dambala. Look well at his face, oh Dambala. Look well so you will know it again.
That's for you, Dambala. I've had enough of this. Now I'm getting out of here and I'm taking Muriel with me. Start walking, both of you. Back to the house. All right. Now you stop right there. Now you listen. I'm going to get the car and back it up here. You're going into the house, and you're going to bring Muriel out here. Coach, she shouldn't be moved now, so you do as I say.
Perhaps we had better.
All right. Yeah, just a second.
Yes, monsieur.
I'm asking you this as a friend. Isn't there anything that can be done? Any way she can be saved? You see, I love her.
I know, monsieur. But you know what is written. An eye for an eye. A tooth for a tooth. A life for a life.
You mean Cimarron? But she didn't have anything to do with that.
No, monsieur. That is why I think she will recall it. Now that what has to be done has been done.
Muriel, darling, are you all right?
Yes, Alan. I just feel terribly tired and weak. Is it... What happened?
You don't remember?
Oh, the last thing I remember was John going down to the native quarter and you going after him. Where is John?
He's outside getting the car. She'd never have brought you down here with him. He's going to take you away.
Away? Oh, Alan, no.
After all, he is your husband.
I don't care. I hate him. I hate him.
Madame was not alone in hating him. And, well, I do not think she will worry about him anymore.
What do you mean?
Somehow, I have the feeling that... Listen.
Hey there, Muriel. We'll go. Come on, Pierre. There's his car, but where is he? There he is.
Yes, monsieur.
John, what happened? What? Oh. Good Lord, he's dead.
Yes, monsieur.
What killed him?
Look there, monsieur. Crawling back into the jungle.
A bushman. The same one that... It can't be the same one. He shot it.
Perhaps it is the mate of the one who shot.
Wait. There's only one way the snake could have bitten. It was in the car. How could it get him? Yeah. You. You did it.
I? No, monsieur. The egg in Cimarron's hand. The egg with his life in it. Have you forgotten that he broke that himself?
Now, do you believe in voodoo? You don't? Oh, no. Come here. Come here a little closer. I'll whisper something in your ear. Neither do I.
And let me whisper this in your ear, Cloak. There are just 15 shopping days until Christmas, full of rush, hurry, and crowd.
About all you can do is face things armed with a good disposition. So don't let irregularity get you down. Get after that logy, cross, irritable feeling with Carter's Little Liver Pills. Let them wake up the flow of one of your most important digestive juices and help turn those 15 shopping days into 15 topping days, full of the glorious, glad to be alive feeling that goes with regularity. Remember the name, Carter's Little Liver Pills. Yes, and remember this, too. Christmas comes but once a year. But year-round, Carter's Little Liver Pills can be the best friend to your sunny disposition.
Well, this is Raymond, your host again. Getting ready to close that squeaking door to the Inner Sanctum until the same time next week. And don't forget, there's safety in numbers, so be sure to have all your friends listen with you. Remember, all names of characters used on the Inner Sanctum Mystery broadcast are entirely fictitious. Now, if you should happen to get into an argument with anyone about whether the dead come back from the grave, about ghosts without horns, black magic, and conjuring, whatnot, remember the old saying. Voodoo unto others, you would have them voodoo to you. Read this month's Inner Sanctum mystery novel, Trial by Fury, by Craig Rice, on sale at your favorite bookstore. Good night. Sweet dreams.
Listeners, be on guard. Don't let it sneak up on you like a thief in the night. What is it? Listen to this report from the Harris home as Mrs. Harris says to her maid.
Hannah, I'll never give another party. I'm going straight to bed.
Oh, before dinner, ma'am.
I'm exhausted. All those chatty, noisy women depress me so.
I wouldn't get you quick to blame the guests, ma'am. You've been kind of edgy and cross all week. Not like yourself at all.
Oh, you're right, Hannah. I'm sorry.
Oh, I know how it is. And when I get to feeling that way, I know it's time to try Carter's Little Liver Pills.
Right. And when you don't feel good, try Carter's Little Liver Pills. They do the work of calomel, but have no calomel in them. Well, they are simple pills made of vegetable drugs. They wake up the flow of one of our most vital digestive juices. When this vital juice flows at the rate of 2 pints a day, it helps to digest our food and bring back the glorious feeling that goes with regularity. Then most folks feel like happy days are here again. But be sure you get the genuine Carter's Little Liver Pills. 25 cents at all drugstores. This is the Blue Network of the National Broadcasting Company.